Welcome back in the revision 2.1. Try again. There are some questions we discuss here and their answers also as a revision. English workshop. The following anagram contain the word phrase from the poem. Guess and write what they are. Rainy tag मीन्स पुढील ॲनाग्राममध्ये या कवितेत काही शब्दांचा शब्दगटांचा समावेश आहे. ते ॲनाग्राम कोणते ते लिहा. रेनी टॅग ट्राय अगेन. आवर केज करेज. वेस्ट सीर स्ट्राइव. रेड रॉ रिवार्ड. टॅप नीस पेशंट. सर्व पियर preservance. That is the words we can make from that new word, that is the anagram. anagram म्हणजे काय? दिलेल्या शब्दातून नवीन शब्द तयार करणे, त्यालाच आपण anagram म्हणत असतो. Pick out the line, convey the following from the poem. If you keep trying without a doubt you shall win. Answer. For if you win preserve you will conquer, never fear. When you are fail in your first attempt, make another one. If you not shameful to struggle hard. If we try this, not disgrace, though we do not win the race. Find out the poem's antonyms, opposite words from the following. You can do by your own. Answer in your own words. What lessons should be kept always in mind? मनात नेहमी कोणता बोध लक्षात ठेवावा. If at the first you don't succeed, you should try again and get succeed. This lesson should be always kept in mind. What should someone who lose a race do? If someone loses a race, he or she should not feel ashamed of his or her failure. He or she is failed to win, even though he or she tried too hard. In that case, he or she should try again and win the race some days. Let's start 2.2. The House Builder English Workshop. Find from the story noun form of the following. Dedicate, dedication. Measure, measurement. Decide, decision. Perfect, perfections. So that's way you can find out the noun form of the others. Choose the proper phrases and express the complete of the sentence meaningfully. There are in the brackets some phrases given we can fill up in particular sentences. So now started with, she does her job with full dedication. One should dash to help others when needed. Make up one's mind. As Mr. Jadhav was transferred to Chennai, he had his responsibility to his assistant to hand over. The labor's income was not sufficient his family to send for. Mother tried too hard to change her son's habit, but to not avail. Mangoes from Ratnagiri were always in great demand. So that is the way we can use the proper phrases in proper sentences. Read the story and answer in your own words. owner of this new house built by masons would be extremely pleased and why. त्या गवंड्याने नव्याने बांधलेल्या घर मालकाचा अतिशय खुश असत का? The mason was a very good workman. He used to take the great interest in his work to build and did it with full dedication. He was very honest in choosing his high quality construction material. His tool He took all the measurement of walls, doorways, arch and perfect whatever he builds his finish was excellent and appealing. Naturally, the owners of the new house built would be extremely pleased. The contractor compensate for the mason's good work. How? कंत्राटदाराने गवंड्याला चांगल्या कामाची भरपाई केली कशी? The contractor was pleased with mason's good work that fetched him good business, and so afterwards the contractor compensated him handsomely with very good salary, and that was sufficient to meet all needs and mason's family. And last, the mason made a firm decision to retire when. त्या गवंड्याने निवृत्त होण्याचा ठाम निर्णय घेतला केव्हा? The mason was working hard and sincerely for many years with the contractor. He had settled his family nicely and without any scarcity of any kind. When he became the grandfather, he thought that it was the right time for him to retire. He informed his contractor about his retirement and he was firm about his decision. Words that you have the same sound pronunciation but different in spelling and meaning is called homophone. For example, here, the spelling became different, their pronunciation became same. That is called homophone. Pick out the from the lesson homophones of the following words. So here, West, W-A-I-S-T, but another word is W-A-S-T, West. The spelling are different but meaning are their pronunciation became same. Another word, new, spelling are different, pronunciation same. Loose, L-O-S-S-E, loose, spelling different, pronunciation same. That is homophone. Another, made, and their meaning also change. Great, their spelling are different and pronunciation same, and afterwards their meaning also different. That is called homophone. Now I started 2.3 a little river their revision. English workshop. Pick out the poem from poem words that describe sound, that has chirping of Maina Jackal's hall, and that the sound in this poem. Pick out the words that describe the flow of the river's waters, that is meanders, M-E-A-N-D-E-R, meanders. Find the 5 lines from the poem and contain the figures of speech. Alliteration. Underline the initial sound of word repeated each of the line. So the one we can take here, and cows and cats can cross with easy. So in this sentence, see, that's repeated many times. That is an example of alliteration. सेंटेन्स मध्ये शब्दाचं पहिलं अक्षर पुन्हा पुन्हा रिपीट झालं असेल तर तेव्हा आपण त्याला ॲलिटेशन हा फिगर ऑफ स्पीच म्हणत असतो. सेकंड, नो साइन ऑफ स्लिम, द सँड शाईन ब्राईट, येस इज रिपीटेड. गर्ल्स अँड बॉयज बाथ क्लोज टू द bank. Boys, the initial sound B, baths B, bank B. That B sound is repeated in this poem. Pick out the 4 lines and contain the figure of speech. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia means the words related to the sound. Chirping Maina through the sight. Chirping, that is the sound of Maina. The jackal howls in her there at night. The howling of jackals, that became the sound as repeated in this poem. So rearrange the words in alphabetical order. All students have know about that alphabetical order. You will do by your own. What aspect, what from the poem do following phrases describe? It means पुढील समूह शब्दांच्या पद्यांशी कोणत्या गोष्टीचे वर्णन आहे? Their cool shade. The phrase describe the cool shade of mangoes and palm grows only knee deep. The phrase describe the water in river which is the only knee deep during summer, not too steep. The phrase describe that both the bank of river which is not very steep, not rising sharply. That is what. So here the poem describes the two different pictures in the river of summer and the rainy season. Write down the 4 points contrast of changing the scenes of the river in summer and monsoon. First, little river water only knee deep, flooded river in rainy monsoon, meanders along, currents grow strong, bank not so steep, water rise torrent swing along, no sign of slim sand shine bright, the village sings the life, people celebrate rain. So here, guess who am I? I always run, I never walk. I often murmur but never talk. I have a bed but never sleep. I have a mouth but hard eat. I love to fall but can't climb up. Guess who am I? Please don't give up. So answer is river. The in translation reader in Marathi in medium of instruction in poetic form. मी तर नेहमी धावत असते, कधी चालत जात नसते. खूपदा कुजबुज असते, बोलता मात्र केव्हाच नसते. मऊ बिछाण्याची जमीन असते, पण झोप कधी माहीत नसते. मूग तर मला असतेच, पण खाणे कधी होतच नसते. वरून कोसळायची हौस असते, पण वरती चढणे शक्य नसते. ओळखा पाहू मी कोण, सोडून देऊ नका पण. The answer is river, nadi. Now let's begin to point for excuses a skit. The some question we discuss here in workshop. Discuss and write the answers in your own words. Where the excuses given by Ritesh for his arrival late true. Give the reason for your responses. रितेश उशिरा येण्याबद्दल सबबी खऱ्या होत्या का? तुमचे उत्तराचे समर्थन करा. द एक्सक्यूजेस गिवन बाय रितेश फॉर हिज लेट अराइव द स्कूल वर नॉट ट्रू. द फॉलोइंग इन्सिडेंट टेल अस that excuses were not true. The man lying on the ground in which pain on the pavement stared running with their thief. His description of the dog given in the two places is different. He had not entered the shop before, but he had left his bag in the shop. The story of the dog, its own, does not sound convincing. Did the teacher believe the Ritesh story? How do you know that? रितेशच्या गोष्टींवर शिक्षकांनी विश्वास बसला का? तुम्हाला कसे समजले? No. The teacher did not believe the Ritesh story even the time after his false excuses. He remarked something mockingly and ironically, but to suggest the Ritesh that his excuses were false and he had made up the stories. Why the teacher suggested and Ritesh should enter the storytelling contest. रितेशने कथा लेखनाच्या स्पर्धेत भाग घ्यावा असे शिक्षकांनी का सुचवले? The teacher suggested that Ritesh should enter the storytelling contest, writing contest, because he wanted to bring his notice that whatever excuses he made were the false, and she knew it. So teasingly, she suggested him to enter the story writing contest. Report of the following indirect speech. Ritesh, may I come in? Madam. Ritesh requested teacher if he could come in. Mrs. Sen, Ritesh, you are late early for the second period. Mrs. Sen told Ritesh that he was too early for the second period. Ritesh, I had left my bag at the shop. Ritesh said that he had left his bag at the shop. Ritesh, I am sorry, ma'am. Ritesh told the teacher that he was very sorry. Mrs. Sen, there's a story writing competition. Mrs. Sen said that there was a story writing competition. So that is the way you can change into direct into indirect. So today we are stop here with that particular revision of standard 8. Thank you.